All right, primary picks coming in, fist bumps on deck, characters, or players sitting down rather. Let's get into one of the winner's quarter sets of tonight's No Jawns 2. It's going to be Syrup and Yoda Cage starting us off.
And you already know the drill. Rocking things here on PS2. Yoda Cage arming himself with a Mecha Koopa in hand, already building up the damage on Syrup. And I love holding the Mecha Koopa in place to kind of just get that snake grenade damage kind of going on. But it's Syrup's turn here at the ledge, kind of calling out that Koopa cart and just putting him in the corner with the Pharaoh Train and just trying to take things with that PK Rocket. However, Yoda Cage is entering back very fiercely with that up B and the Mecha Koopa, just trying to chase him, especially off this platform. Just look at this conversion. Yeah, much like we saw against that Steve, Syrup absolutely fearless when it comes to going off stage and pressuring your opponent. But at the same time, Yoda Cage definitely has very prominent knowledge of this character, playing against the Ness player from New Jersey. I forget. I'm very, very sorry to forget his name. I'll figure it out eventually. But he absolutely has awareness of this matchup. So he is very rightly so going toe-to-toe with him. We'll see if the Mecha Koopa might be the linchpin on the first stock, trying to convert off of the Mecha Koopa, not finding the accurate angle to launch off of the up B. And we'll see if Syrup is able to close it out against Yoda Cage. But right now, we're resetting back to footsies. Yeah, just falling out of the jab and just trying to follow up with the PK Fire. Things are not working out in that situation for Syrup. However, it's still his turn here. Just clapping him back out of the Mecha Koopa with the back air. Not going to quite take it. However, we don't tech these out here, and there is no Jawns to be had here. Yoda Cage definitely going down a stock here in that situation, and Syrup looking to continue his turn, but the PK Fire currently not rocking here.
And again, those chains of fair is going to be so beneficial for Syrup, but once Yoda Cage falls out of that, challenging the PK Fire, and I believe the Mecha Koopa explosion, no less, cutting through with the spin out and the screwdriver finisher. Yoda Cage just finally getting that first stop, but with authority.
I feel like Syrup in that situation kind of wanted to hop on with the magnet, but just your opponent's already throwing down F smash. Why are you jumping into it? Hit him with the get up attack. Just get out of that situation. But we have the back throw kind of going in the corner here. But the armor just tanks through the PK Thunder, not really just putting him in a really bad situation. And then this is where Yoda Cage kind of gets that chase. But Syrup always has these aggressive dares to kind of answer his opponents just falling on up. And we're seeing how he really capitalizes here as we see the back throw, just tucking him back in the corner here. And now it's time to play that Ness ledge trap in game.
Yeah, just able to catch a rushing opponent like that in the skies and get a grab off of it. Obviously, the grab being so clutch for Ness stock claims. He was able to take a stock there and putting Yoda Cage rather on his final stock. But as Yoda Cage, again, uses that mid-recovery of the cart spin out to get back to stage. But on stage, he cannot get anything started. Just Syrup, just a flurry of options looking for the PK missile, PK Fire, PK Thunder. The PK prowess is coming out from Syrup right now, and just a huge mitigating factor for Yoda Cage.
Yeah, and Yoda Cage dropping off, just trying to take that stock. We have the Clown Car interrupting the up B, but Syrup is making on back jab. Definitely won't take off the top, but it's a very powerful move to kind of watch out. And Syrup drift on out, just trying to get the reversal here in this situation. And not falling victim to that F smash again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know. You got that.
I mean, I'm sure we all remember the, depending how you look on it, dark days of the online Smash 2020 scene. Ness was just nigh unbeatable because of the PK Fire blockages that they could put out. And Syrup just bringing that aspect, not full wholesale like you would see in those online matches, but just in those key moments where you would think, oh, PK Fire would be brilliant right here, Syrup's already on top of it. And now Yoda Cage going to stick to his Morton tried and true, is going to be able, or at least try to be able, to cut through the fire and surge ahead like a phoenix as we go to Kalos. The first time I'm seeing this tonight as our round 2 gets underway.
Yeah, and like you were saying, the Wi-Fi era before, Syrup definitely rose through that darkness as a beacon of light, being one of the top players and a prominent player in the scene in general. And now, with this Kalos pick in mind,
I kind of really like this for Yoda Cage here because Bowser Jr. has some really interesting setups off those platforms, you know, getting the combo extensions, but then again, just trapping with the Clown Car, trapping with the threat of back air and everything, and the Mecha Koopa setups, he definitely can get a whole lot of momentum off of it. And just look at him just utilizing the Clown Car to kind of just juggle off as well, but Syrup answering back fiercely with that PK Fire Ladder, hitting that magnet and scooping with that back air.
Fire to put you out, to put you down. Syrup just on a tirade against Yoda Cage right now, but 65 damage on, and with the way that Yoda Cage has been prioritizing this close to ledge gameplay of Kalos, I know this is Yoda's prominent comfort pick because of those near ledge platforms. So we'll see if he can get the equalizer stock claim, as he, again, being more fearless because he can retreat back to that platform, get to more of a safe haven situation a lot quicker than without. We'll see if he can make this more even right now. He's being locked on shield, but the reverse right now as Yoda Cage was pressured on shield, able to scoop up with the back air, making it 2-2.
Yeah, dodging through that Z-axis, getting the back air fiercely off on Syrup right here. And now Syrup, you know, looking to make things work over here at the ledge, dropping down all these PK fires to kind of just snipe Yoda Cage with these Clown Cars, kind of threatening that space as well. And I really like that Magnet Stone to just try and get things. But the jab not working out. We're going to be seeing another PK Fire Ladder, just not firing away here with the stock. But PK Thunder just doing in some quick damage, looking to take things real quick at the ledge here.
And Mecha Koopa coming in a little clutch because Syrup did have to track a lot more to get back to that ledge pressure situation, which gave Yoda Cage the time needed to get back, but still beneath the stage. Going to cut through with that up air, put Yoda Cage on his potential final stock on winner's side, but not if Yoda Cage has anything to say about it. I love the bravado of that forward smash that potentially could have put Syrup on a very, very dire situation, if not claim the stock. And Yoda Cage still being very, very reactionary, still throwing out a lot of quick options. He seems to be fresh in the mind. But Syrup accumulating that damage, closing up that damage percentage rift right now. We'll see if Syrup can make it a 2-0, or Yoda Cage put Syrup on his final stock for this round.
Yeah, and you can see Syrup finally revealing one of his last final cards, that up air, and especially just dragging it down, making so many big moves off it as well. And Yoda Cage getting really antsy with that up smash, and now we have this situation where you're kind of at the ledge against Ness with the threat of PK Thunder as well. But Yoda Cage just bursting right on out, putting Syrup in the corner with his Mecha Koopa, just trying to go in on low, but interception!
That was huge! I love the interception call because we got so many on the Jaguars last time, last Eagles game. And right now, Yoda Cage getting the interception to the pick six, as you will. But right now, it's not six, but one stock. Both of them looking down on their final stocks. And let's see Yoda Cage with new life. I love that he's both challenging Syrup a lot more off stage, and the way that he's getting back off ledge, he's doing fall off, hop, nair, fall off, hop. Oh my God,
yeah,
Kurt
speaking
spin
of
out,
pop
but
off,
no fall off coming up from Yoda Cage. He is still in this match.
Yeah, a little bit of a preemptive pop-off, the joy of just clutching out game two there. I'd definitely be in the sea jumping like that.
Yeah, if you didn't pop off from that situation, you're not human. You would have known, like, you were either win or lost, and that would have been a robotic, like, stance there. You would have known, by the way of mathematics, if you would have won or lost that. So that was a huge swing from Yoda Cage, making this a Game 3 situation.
Yeah, and this is a new breath of fresh air for Yoda Cage kind of going forward, because it was down for so long against the Syrup Ness, and he kind of just clutched that back on out. And I feel like that was because Syrup was not really doing a good job at kind of threatening Clown Car in those last few instances, and that's where he capitalized the most.
Yeah, that is certainly a tall task to be done out, because that Clown Car is so quick to come out. Obviously, the speedy nature of it, but the way that they can just quickly go to spin out, even in the air, and you're encountering a hitbox when normally you thought, or a more powerful hitbox rather, than a smaller one that just sends you a little bit. Like, you could potentially lose a stock to a spin out. So for Yoda Cage to be able to pull out the up B explosion, utilizing the Clown Car in a different way, but still all the same, forcing out this Game 3.
we thought we were done before with
No,
top
we're
32.
definitely not again.
We are being even more fatigued from the fantastic showcase that these players are putting on.
Hey,
Both number 4 and their PR in their respective regions, too.
Yeah,
So
I
this is
mean-
the battle of number 4s.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
No,
I'm here
yeah.
for the long sets. I love that those sets of excitement and adrenaline rush. And we know Tench is going to be running really tight because this is their winner's side. You know, they do have a chance to come back in losers, but you know, you always get so much momentum up in winner's side, just chilling, holding that big old
Yeah.
lead over every other player.
It's a huge boon. Yeah. For sure. And as we get, probably some clarification on the rule set,
I have no idea what they're cooking here.
Yeah, okay. So sort of a rule set thing, but yeah, they're looking to see if probably if it's modified DSR or something like that.
Yeah.
I still don't know what that means. I have a very sparse Smash life, so I'm still remiss on what that means essentially. But
Also,
they
what
seem
was
to be
what was essential for Yoda Cage's comeback in that last instance was utilizing the unfortunate downsides of Ness, which we saw him, you know, intercept these up Bs with the clown cart because Syrup, when he like hits an object and just going forward, he stops. He like slows down, so he kind of plummets to his death. And it's very sad to watch, but it's true.
No, yeah. You're just a lingering person out there. And, I mean, speaking to my knowledge of that aspect, that's why, you know, Foxes and Falcos either go out there and, I mean, most other characters just say, oh, get hit by the PK Thunder, because then they just drop. So whether you cancel out the PK Thunder or you just hit Ness, who doesn't have any protection, like you said, just, again, Yoda Cage utilizing that fearless nature that he needed to against Syrup off stage. And that's why we're seeing this game 3.
God, that setup!
The fearlessness continues from Yoda Cage as just the prowess of his character linking those strings in to be just an insane conversion, insane stock claim, and Syrup wondering, oh, I might be in trouble here.
Momentum is a very scary individual,
Like
and that's
you
what
said.
Yoda Cage has right now. Trying to go and just
my
trap him
God!
quickly, working on that 3 stock. He doesn't even need the stock. That was a charity one. And as I was saying, when he's just capitalizing so much against Syrup right now with this momentum going in his way. And that's a scary thing. You may be the better player. However, when the other opponent has that momentum going away, it's such a very scary feel because you never know what they're going to cook up. And this is forcing Syrup to kind of answer back very fiercely, trapping Yoda Cage and keeping the aggressive to match his pace here.
I mean, going to match pace, like you said, against Syrup, like we saw from his previous sets on stream, is definitely a task that is not for the faint of heart. But Yoshio seems up to task right now. Looking at 105 to 44 situation, he is just free to accumulate as much extra credit as he needs. But Syrup looking to get the Trail PK Thunder, trying to find some way to either accumulate damage to get this stock claim that he needs to survive. He finally gets it with the yo-yo, but has too many nails been put in the coffin. And will Yoda Cage charge ahead, or much like the Yoshio ZD swing that we saw in round 2 in their set, could we see a huge swing go the opposite way?
Yeah, and right now, Yoda Cage is really looking for that opening to kind of capitalize on Syrup, just getting blown up. When Syrup is kind of slowing the pace down, throwing out these preemptive hitboxes to kind of stop Yoda Cage's approaches, as we're seeing. And Yoda Cage is getting really antsy with a kill. We saw a few kind of up smashes being let loose here. And now things get scary here when your Magnet got that jab block. Will you fire ladder to the boom? Almost with the fire.
Not done yet, but the damage has been accrued. That is exactly the string that he needed to bounce right back into this. Syrup charging back after such a depressing 2-1 situation when both players lost the stock. But Syrup was the lesser of the two in the situation, looking for a jab setup, but the cart gonna cut through. But again, the Nair, just so much damage that Ness can put out, but will it be enough to swing this in his favor, able to shield the clown car?
They're fumbling. The burst dash attack closes out this
God.
game in Syrup's favor. God, the crowd was wilding. We're wilding out here. God, that was so close.
I mean, we do have a bit of a 5-second delay, but I saw so many people like fist pump, so many people hang their heads. Yeah, the crowd was absolutely rocking it as we see the way that was just beautiful. I would put that in National Geographic if I could, the way that Yoda Cage was converting that 3-1 situation into that 2-1. But again, just the amount of damage that Nesses can throw out with so many multi-hits, it just got so much. I mean, the way that we said snowballing tonight, Ness was just building them on the lawn.
That's the definition. Optimal Ness advantage state is so messed up.
Yes.
He will get entire stock, 0 deaths, or just huge percent leads off of it, much like we saw, in this last sequence here.